Kermit's Garden of Verses, Part 3. Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. When Dr. Bunsen Honeydew is busy at his work, he's doing something bound to drive a certain frog berserk. Once I sipped some serum from a test tube in his lab, I spent the next half hour as a croaking taxicab. He once prepared a formula and Gonzo drank the juice. He was soon sporting feathers and honking like a goose. When Beaker pushed a button on the doctor's new machine, it changed the lab assistant to a 10-pound jelly bean. He's a crazy mixed-up genius who I'm certain makes no sense, with his dubious inventions and absurd experiments. Oh, there's always something different, something zany, something new, just lurking in the mind of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Memo from Kermit to Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Your potion works. I'm shrinking fast. I do not know how long I'll last. It's getting hard to write this note. Please hurry with the antidote. Gonzo, Gonzo, Gonzo. Oh, Gonzo, Gonzo, Gonzo. There is no one quite like you, for no one else has ever done the crazy things you do. You have a way of thinking that is perfectly unique. I don't know how you do it, but you do it every week. Oh, Gonzo, 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 you are special, you are strange. I think you are terrific, and I hope you never change. Though you're the weirdest fellow that a frog has ever found, oh, Gonzo, 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 you are great to have around. Statler and Waldorf. Show canceled. Kermit the Frog. Old Man Statler, Old Man Waldorf, heckle all the time. It's heckle, heckle, heckle. It's too bad that it's not a crime. Old Man Statler, Old Man Waldorf, boy, they must be dumb. If what we do annoys them, I wonder why they come. Old Man Statler, Old Man Waldorf snicker in their box. They throw down tons of insults, but at least they don't throw rocks. The Swedish Chef. Oh, no one tastes the dishes that the Swedish Chef prepares. His cooking is so awful that we'd rather eat the chairs. His recipe collection is the worst that's ever been. It calls for breast of turkey with all the feathers all left in. He has fricasseed a whistle. He has poached an envelope. He has made a gooey pudding out of 7 sorts of soap. He pours glue into goulash, squeezes toothpaste into stew. He makes barbecued confetti and fillet of sole of shoe. He tosses in his skillet things that chefs should never use, like marinated basketballs and undercooked canoes. He throws in frozen posters and assorted toasted hairs, so no one tastes the dishes that the Swedish Chef prepares. I'm very fond of Fozzie. I'm very fond of Fozzie, though his jokes are not so hot. But Fozzie Bear's the only bear the Muppet Show has got. He can't remember punchlines when he steps out on the stage. If he writes them down on paper, then he's sure to lose the page. I'm very fond of Fozzie, for he's always full of cheer. He tells us silly stories that nobody wants to hear. He's wacky and he's silly, and he's always in our hair. But there's no doubt about it, I am fond of Fozzie Bear. Rizzo and His Rats. Rizzo and his backstage rats keep getting in the way. They're a pack of little squeakers and they're underfoot all day. They often sing in chorus and they dance together too. That's the sort of thing I don't expect a bunch of rats to do. Rizzo is a leader. He's a rat you can't ignore. He's always wearing something that I haven't seen before. He's an astronaut, a gangster, or a grand aristocrat. He's a 2-gun-toting marshal with a 20-gallon hat. He's the emperor of China. He's the captain of the guards. He's a rodent superhero, sporting spangled leotards. He has 1,000 costumes and 1,000 funny hats. For rodents, they're spectacular. Rizzo and His Rats. Scooter. Scooter is my gopher, but he doesn't go for much. I'm sure that he'd deny it, but he hasn't got the touch. If I send him for a sandwich, he forgets to get the bread. He buys a day-old pizza, and he drops it on my head. When he should be fetching donuts, he decides to take a nap. He brings me boiling coffee and spills it in my lap. But his uncle owns the theater, every window, every door, all the crumbling walls and ceiling, every inch of rotting floor. So though Scooter hardly ever does the thing that Scooter should, he's my one and only gopher, and he's got the job for good. Stay tuned for part 4.